wreck the sound. Okay, I believe we're live.
Have we got
sound guy?
Sound check.
Sound check. Anybody got sound? Give us some feedback. Can't believe it. You got sound?
We got
sound.
Fine, fuck.
We're back. We
back.
have sound.
And we have Lumo.
And we have Lumo that just came on in like a wrecking ball. What should call you Miley Cyrus from now on? Hey Miley. Hey Miley. You're a wrecking ball. So welcome, Dustin.
Thank you.
To the show.
Thanks for having me again. Yeah.
I mean, what an entrance.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about. I think it's a little bit. You kind of stole the show there.
Well, what were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about. Do you clean your fly lines, like your freshwater lines? I'm guessing you clean your saltwater lines. And how do you clean them?
Occasionally. Not
Casting couch.
Not as often as I should.
So I clean the saltwater lines after I've been out. And
like with freshwater?
No, my saltwater lines. Yeah, I clean them in the sink. You
just rinse them with fresh water? Or?
Yeah, no, I put them in some lukewarm water in the sink with some dishwash liquid, mix it up, and then dry it off.
No, I just hose it down with a hose.
But the freshwater lines, I don't really clean that much.
I've never cleaned a freshwater line in my life. Oh, no, once in COVID.
Because you had nothing else to do.
I had literally nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's when I last cleaned my lines.
and to be honest, I probably will never do that again.
Yeah, we're just too lazy. We really should clean our lines and then dress
it makes
them.
such a difference, eh?
If you dress them.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Sometimes I do, but I'm way too lazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. Just pure laziness.
Yeah.
I know I should. I know your flies will then last longer.
And every time I did it, I was like, that's amazing.
I should do this all the time.
Put dressing on, and I'm like, man, that's so nice.
The amount of filth that comes off of it.
Oh,
too.
Yeah. No, I find that my saltwater gear, my saltwater lines, it's like definitely makes a huge difference.
Again, probably should.
So maybe it would make a difference on the freshwater lines as well.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it just fishes like a dream.
Yeah.
So the tip doesn't.
So yeah.
sink.
So for getting ready for backcountry, are we cleaning the lines?
Nope. I'll make sure I've got lines on the reels, which they'll be on there.
Well, that's always a help.
Yeah, because I don't touch it from last time I fished. So
yeah,
I think it might be different if I just didn't. No, I don't fish much through winter, but I just throw it up on the wall and just leave it there till next season. Yeah, right. I guess potentially the most I'll do is before I fish, I'll just like strip some line off the reel and then stretch it with my foot. There we go, and then start fishing. Yeah. That's about it. So as far as gear prep goes, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Almost chasing the UV light.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah. Don't do it near the camera, dude. He's already wrecked the microphone once.
That's quite funny.
What else? What else are you doing for prep? What are you doing?
Checking all you get, like your bag. Like, we've all got the bag with the big zips on it, the waterproof zips. Put your
lube on.
Put the lube on
it up.
Yeah.
I lube it up throughout the season though. And then my bag as well. Yeah, occasionally my weights,
that sort of stuff.
That makes a massive difference because those zip, waterproof zips, they're really good. But then once they get dry, that's when they they get
the friction on them.
Yeah, and then they go from sitting like that, and then the teeth do this, and that's when they pop open, and then they're fucked.
Yeah,
and sometimes you get line and bits and pieces in it, like indicator wool as well.
Indicator wool, yeah.
Definitely. I usually get ready by tapered leaders.
Buy them. What's your most
buy or make them?
What's your most like? I would say probably, especially for guiding, I will get a 9-foot tapered leader down to 3x, and then I'll just build off of that. That's probably the most used tapered leader I get.
I agree.
Yeah. What about you? Oh, you don't really use them, do you?
No, I don't use tapered leaders. I build them.
Poly leader and then tippet ring and
poly leader on my dry lines.
And then other than that, you just build them.
But straight through. Otherwise, if it's building straight through.
I just do that on the day though. Usually
depends on. I guess it depends on the water that you're fishing. If it's quite deep pools, then you probably want to build like a really good. If you're going to build a tapered leader, build it. But if you're fishing some of the shallower pools, you can just get away with straight through.
Other way around, right? You want straight through leader on the deeper pools, and if it's shallower water, you have a tapered leader.
It depends how long you want the leader to be, because you want to turn that over.
Yeah, I don't think it makes that much difference, to be honest. It's a bit more clunky, but it's nothing you can't do.
Yeah.
It's more if I'm fishing dry dropper.
Mm.
Then again, I use a poly leader, so I just kind of negate the use for a tapered leader at all. You know, just you don't like that, do you?
You don't like poly leaders?
I can cast relatively okay.
Oh, boom! Burn, well played. I can cast properly.
Nah, I mean, poly leader they got their place. You know, if you have to fish in windy conditions.
Or like something
help
like
you.
if you're using like mega, not so much up here, but certainly in the South Island.
Yeah,
you're using 18-foot leaders to start with, and then potentially longer from there. It really helps turn those things over. But then they've got some of those clear tip floating lines now that, with that potentially, I did some testing on that before I got sacked, and like that was potentially looking like it might replace the poly leader system that I use, because you've got that clear tip section of the floating fly line, which is all you're really doing with the poly leader, is extending that fly line output clear. Yeah. So I guess it depends, like you said, depends on the kind of water you're fishing, right?
You get a bit more weight, so it helps you to cast in the wind, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, especially with the poly leader on those long leaders, like 18, 20 feet, and then like potentially a cicada or whatever. It just helps you turn over. For sure. Yeah. I think they're brilliant. I really like them. But, I can't cast. So.
Only Dustin can cast.
What's your go-to tapered leader, guys? I'd say probably, what's your go-to?
What was it?
What's your go-to tapered leader?
You mean like length?
The length, or I usually... Most of the time, 9 foot, and then I'll build off that.
Yeah. For North Island, that's probably 12, 13 feet. All
if you have to build a really long leader, I might go with an 11 or 12 foot or something. But I would say 90% of the time I use 9 foot leaders.
Yeah. What about you? Same?
Yeah, 9 foot.
And then build off that. So.
Learning the straight through leader, maybe more successful running a nymph rig. Thanks to 100%. I remember when Gareth started building straight through leaders, and I was just like, nah, mate, it doesn't make any fucking difference. I was sticking to my tapered leader. It doesn't make any difference. And then I tried it, and then I was like,
massive difference.
It totally makes a difference. Yeah.
Sink rate.
Just so much better. So much better. Yeah. And if you're water loading and stuff like that, it really makes no difference to your casting.
And then if you, absolutely. And then if you use the strike indicator, system. With a tapered leader, it's so annoying because
you'll go deep. Thank you. And you'll push that like tubing right up and go deep into the thick part of the tapered leader, and then you'll get to the next piece of water and you go, I'm just going to bring it down,
and then it's all like
straight down.
And you have to add some wool.
It's a pain in the ass.
That tubing is worn out. And,
you got to add more water in there, otherwise it ends up down by your fly the whole time, and it's a pain in the ass. But straight through 3x all the way down is brilliant. And I guess that's why Euro nymphing is so effective. It's because it's the whole system is just.
I don't know. Really
I mean, I don't like doing it, but it's effective for that reason. And that's the closest you can get with indicator nymphing, I think, isn't it? Really? Yeah. Is that your mum? Just tell her I'll be over.
No, there was another message. There's no audio, but
I'm pretty sure that we've got audio now.
Yeah.
No,
are you back on YouTube? No, I'm not back on YouTube. No, I'm on Patreon. This is just kind of, I don't know, just kind of doing this as a experiment, really, more than anything. But as far as my fishing content, that's all on Patreon.
It's a good excuse to hang out, that's for sure.
Drink some stuff. Drink some whiskey, hang out, talk some shit. That's what it is. So these things will go onto YouTube. But if you want to watch, like I've been posting this whole time on Patreon. Just not once a week, but plenty. But I'm not coming back on YouTube. Not unless something spectacular happens and somebody throws me a heap of money.
YouTube wants to pay you a whole lot of money,
or some company wants to spend a heap of money on me to go back. I'll do it then. But otherwise, no, I'm not coming back on here. But really, for like, what are we working at? $9 a month, New Zealand.
$9 a month, Kiwi.
You can still watch everything I do. Yeah, all the stuff for this season will come up and we'll film, and I'll put it onto Patreon, and it'll be just like usual. It's actually not. I've actually changed my format recently.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, a bit more voiceover-y stuff and trying to
telling the story more.
Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying that. Something a bit different. But so what else? Bought some gear. Haven't really checked any of my gear.
But that's the thing.
I guess maintenance on stuff like quad bikes and boats.
Yeah.
I got a good mechanic that's like pulled apart my quad bike and
He's
put it back
okay.
together.
He's all right.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you look around.
He's our sound check
Where
guy
is that
today.
guy? he's also a sound check guy. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I definitely
Go to Patreon. Do it. Sorry, carry
more
on.
questions. I definitely get rid of my winter flies, clean my fly box, check all the hooks, make sure there's no rusty hooks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just
get
different flies in my box more.
Do you have?
Like flies.
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to check all those eggs out of your box, haven't you? Really?
Your slushies.
All the slushies, all the
Shout out to Kieran
slushies.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's a good point actually. Like, yeah.
So I've got the interchanging system in the CNF boxes.
I
It's
remember
great.
you
I
bought
just you take one, like you take the winter like patch out and then chuck the dry fly one in.
I use the CNF box, but I still got the old one.
It's all stuck in, so you have to like swap
I've had that for years, man. The dry fly one on one side, and
I've got that one. That's my main one. But
I've got that.
Yeah. Great fly box.
But I've been enjoying using those leather ones I've been making. Yeah, man, that's so good. So much. It's just
I haven't used
nice.
it. I will use it on opening. I'll put all my streamers in there.
Yeah, I think that's
bring
cool.
it along.
It's nicer. I think I want to go back to, like, I've ordered one of. Can you see in here? Yeah, that wooden net up there. I've just ordered one of those from the guy that makes these guys, the same one that you use.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying kind of going back to that more handmade kind of natural material stuff again. I'm kind of liking that.
Yeah.
The Dorsey indicator setup. What the hell is that? I don't know what a Dorsey indicator thing is. You missed me on here. Thanks, man. But it's just, yeah. Now I'm not. See, I got to the point where I got funding from my sponsors to do the YouTube thing as much as I did, and when that went out the window, I now actually can't really afford to do it. So my thought was, I'll go over to Patreon, and then I hope that like 1% of the people that followed me, of the 50,000 people that followed me, would go across and then pay $5, and then I could then potentially carry on like I was. But just nobody did. Yeah. So I was just like, I can't really afford to do it like that anymore because, you've got to live, pay rent and stuff. And YouTube is free.
Buy lube.
I've got to buy lube, man. So that's kind of like, it's just I'll do it on Patreon, and the people that do value the content enough to pay $5 for, then they'll get to see it. And I'll do it as, I guess the more people to go on there, the more I can then make. But, it's all good. What's the go-to fly patterns for September, October?
Oh.
Pretty much the same as every other month, really. Stonefly, something either caddisy, pheasant taily.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with a size 16 or 14 off the back.
100%.
Of
some kind of a stonefly and like a size
thing.
10, 3.8, 4 mil bead, and then off the back of that, something like size 14, 16, whatever.
Yeah.
Pheasant taily, caddisy.
Yes, it depends.
And then just fish it well, and then make sure you got enough weight to get down.
I think
again, early season they're going to be down.
Presentation over imitation, really. Isn't it?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. On the new, have I come to a conclusion on the new rod and reel setup? I've just recently bought a G Loomis Asquith 6-weight, which I really like. I'm still running a DNA reel, which is doing the job. And I'm actually just now looking around like, what kind of reel should I maybe potentially spend some money on? I'm thinking maybe Danielson. We were talking about it earlier. I think they're quite nice. But I don't know. I'm a way away from being able to afford one, so we'll see.
Well, maybe if people jump on Patreon.
Then maybe I can buy one, yeah. How do you find the location of holes in waders? Oh, we were just talking about this.
Yeah, because we fixed our waders, but it's like, I was fishing like this deep yesterday. And it was like, I'm like wet here. So it's like all the ones that lower down that we fixed was fine. But now it's like,
we didn't really look in this kind of
area. We didn't look in this area.
How did you do that?
Well, if I have to fix them really quick, I usually take a strong torch, just stick it inside, and you will see.
Yeah, you do.
And you will see
You dirty
blowing out your eyes.
Yeah, you will see the light coming through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you will.
and then another way is
We used the leaf blower, didn't we?
yes, blow it up.
Oh, Jesus, man. You
And
wow.
use some soapy water in the spray bottle and just spray the way it is.
But that's a
You'll see
two-person
bubbles.
job.
Right.
It is a 2-person job.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The way I do it is I'll turn the waders inside out and I'll
Yeah.
fill them with
Yes,
water.
we do that as well. I don't like we do the inside out as well, but I don't like the water thing because if you have to fix a hole quite far up,
It's heavy.
it's heavy and it actually stretches the seams.
That's a good point. I never thought
So
about it.
another way, like it depends how you do it. You put it flat on the
Just kind of
bottom.
hold it up
Yeah.
as much as you can.
Yeah. So if you don't want to mess with the seams too much and you think it's a relatively like a big leak, just put it flat on the
Ground.
bottom and kind of move the water around,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Look for the
you
wet
might
patch.
get a yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Another one I've heard of, I think I've used in the past, is you can turn it inside out and then spray it with, is it methylated spirits?
Oh, look, we got us again.
Hey, there we go. Hey, Lumo. There
Hey,
you
Lumo.
go. Good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy.
you
I
got
think you
involved
spray it
too.
with methylated spirits and it pops up
Oh,
as like
isopropyl.
little dark dots.
Isopropyl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
there's
I've
that
never
way
done
too.
that, but-
How do you mean?
Like how someone was talking about a leaf blower.
Yeah, I just
yeah.
had the leaf blower, and then Dustin was Bye, Lumo. And then Dustin was spraying the soapy water on it, and then we were finding the bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone in the shop answer emails? Cannot seems to buy from the website. I don't know.
I don't
sorry,
know.
we don't
I don't
work
work here anymore.
Dustin doesn't work here anymore, and we just hang out here and drink coffee.
And-
I would say try phoning. I don't know. I'll mention it. I'll mention it to Matt next time we see him. I've got to have my hand on your leg for a long time there.
Ooh.
I was enjoying that. Tried the torch method and didn't see anything. Filling each leg with water worked for me. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, but I didn't think about the stretching the seams.
Mm.
Yeah. What else? Prep wise.
Prep wise is getting your gear, but getting it early, because if you try to come into a shop and buy a spool of tippet like the day before Backcountry opens,
Yeah,
you're
that's a good
probably
point,
not
yeah.
going to get
Or
the
split
tippet you
shot
want.
or flies.
Split
Because
shot will
there's-
disappear.
Yeah, there's always people last minute that buy, a heap of taper leaders and tippets, and then
And then you got
You
you
show up and
shit
there's
out of
nothing.
luck.
I typically always
Right.
just buy a 100-meter spool of like the 3 and 4X tippet every year.
Yeah, if you, I
And
guess
then
you really.
every season, and then at the end of the season, if I got some left,
Yeah.
that's my spare spools.
Yeah, I know what you mean. If you're thinking about it, you should be done that at the end of last season. Just get
Well,
everything
yeah, but we
sorted.
don't.
No, but nobody does. But
No,
if you were
But
organised,
yeah,
you
if you're
would.
organized.
but then you need to store the tippet properly
outside,
Yeah.
out of sunlight,
Out of
in
the
car.
out of sunlight. A lot of people leave it in the car in their bag over days as well,
I do
like
that.
you.
Yeah, I do
And
that.
then
Then you get on the rev, you're like, oh, this is shit. Ah,
Yeah,
this is shit.
breaks,
Shit, not.
yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for everybody from Kieran. Kieran Kirkham. I've never said his name
No,
out loud.
no, we don't have any slushies.
No, sorry, mate. Yeah,
Out
no
of
one's
slushies,
here.
Kieran.
If you could only fish with one nymph, one dry fly, one streamer, and one egg color, what would it be?
of course the egg had to be in there.
That's when they say slushy. One nymph,
101.
101.
Absolutely. All day
One
long.
dry fly, probably a
Oh, that's hard.
tricky situation.
Yeah, tricky
potentially.
situation.
Parachute Adams, like
Yeah.
a tricky situation or Parachute Adams.
One streamer,
Game
Ooh,
changer.
game changer. One of the game changers you tie.
No, I wouldn't do a game changer. I would do like just a normal articulated fly, like a dungeon type fly, or
What kind of dungeon?
like a
Sex dungeon. There we go.
sex
say it,
dungeon,
yeah.
or tight. I like to tie it actually with rabbit instead of marabou.
Oh, true.
But like
Movement?
this
Better movement? Or
similar movement, but I don't know. I
easier
just-
to tie? Or?
No, I just like the look
Just
of
like
it,
it.
and it does move nice. It does move very
And
nice.
egg. And what an egg? What color? I don't fish eggs.
Orange.
It probably would be orange or that. I remember last time I I haven't fished eggs really for a long time, but I had a really good season on the Henny with like that dead egg color. It was like a pinky kind of. I don't know anymore. Probably
fish eggs.
yeah. What is a good line these days for backcountry? Cast dries and nymphs if needed.
Amplitude Infinity.
Yeah, Infinity Smooth.
Infinity smooth,
Smooth.
really.
Or a
and-
textured one as well.
It doesn't matter smooth or textured. The Infinity Smooth is a great line.
Great
I hate
taper.
to say it, but it is. But I've been using that Cortland. Which one? I've got a Cortland one. The one that I can't remember which one it is, and that's that's pretty close to an Infinity Smooth as far as like to use.
Mhm.
Like I think it's really nice. Something, like that. Really, like, yeah. You have to say it. I'm not saying it again. Infinity Smooth.
The Infinity Smooth or textured.
Yeah, I
Price on the
don't like
beginners.
the company
Great
anymore
line.
because of whatever. But like, the line itself is hard to beat. It really
It
is.
is.
It really is.
Yeah.
No, it's worse.
Best,
Other
worst.
way.
Just from Lumo.
Yeah, roll over each other's balls.
Actually,
It's a good way to cool your balls down on a cold floor. When I do it, I get kicked out of the shop.
tried through where the leak is quite high up, but it couldn't hold the weight. Yeah, air blower. Yeah.
Yeah, leaf blower.
Good morning from Sweden.
Whoa, Sweden.
Hello. I was going to do a Swedish
yeah.
accent, but I can't do
You
that.
you don't know what one is?
Hello from Sweden. Good morning from Sweden. I don't know. Is that Swedish?
I don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
yeah,
if I
yeah.
offended you. I don't know what Swedish is.
The only word I know is helvete, which means it's like bloody hell or something like that.
Oh, actually, I guided in Bolivia with a guy from. Oh, hang on. Was it Sweden or Norway?
I think they say a similar
very-
thing.
And say that again.
Helvete.
He was saying that. Was it meaning?
Oh, I think it means
Bloody
like
hell
bloody
or
hell
shit
or
or
something
fucking
like
hell or
this.
something
Yeah,
Yeah, Helvete. Yeah. That's right. You better tell us. Fly fishing channel. Is it Helvete? Is like fucking hell? Is that what that means? Or shit?
bloody hell or something like that.
But yeah, that actually rings a bell. I've completely forgotten about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fuck, what was his name? Can't remember his name. Damn it. I'm old and can't remember shit.
I know.
but yeah.
I know. Gädda means pike in Swedish.
Yeah.
Gädda.
Welcome to the Swedish language channel.
Helvete. Helvete means hell. So I guess what
Yeah.
would fucking hell be in Swedish? I'm not asking you. I'm asking our mate here. Yeah, Helvete. Yeah. I remember him saying that quite a lot.
Yeah. They do. It's like Germans say Scheiße all the time.
Scheiße.
Mm.
Lex Feins Fast. Lex Feins Fast. Yeah.
What else are you doing to prepare? Dust?
I have one. Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Conditioning.
Look,
Go climb a mountain.
just fitness, man. Like, doesn't matter how much fishing you do through winter. Not that we do a lot of it through winter, but even when I did do a lot of fishing through winter, you kind of think I'm keeping up with my fitness, and then you do that first month in the backcountry, and you're just
Mhm.
wrecked.
You're fighting against
Yeah,
current that
yeah.
you
it's
haven't
just-
done.
Oh
for
my
winter.
god, just the long walks.
Yeah.
And, it's
Going up Big Cunt Hill.
yeah, exactly. If you can get your fitness sorted out, then that's a massive bonus as far as prep goes.
Mhm.
That's just huge. You have that end of season of fitness that you think you can carry on through winter, and you can't. 'Cause
Well,
you're just
whiskey
not doing
doesn't
it.
help.
No, no, absolutely not. Sorry, I jumped in there, but I thought about
Yeah.
Go back.
Sorry,
to
Dust. What else are
I had no idea. Like,
I got nothing.
I got nothing. So
Um,
we talked about flies, line,
Fitness gear,
fitness gear,
thermals, rain jackets.
we talked about that before you came and fucked everything up.
Okay.
a little bit. yeah.
It was my
It
dog.
was actually your. It was
It's
actually
just
your
you always blame the dog owner, right?
He's exhausted.
I know.
I mean, the other thing, not so much this season or for the last couple, but like I would spend my time through winter like looking at like topo maps, Google
Yeah.
Earth, looking at places. Oh, I want to check this place out this year. How would I potentially get in there? Even driving out there in winter and going, okay, well, this is how I might get in. Or, I thought this is how I would get in, and I can't get there, and I do that kind of stuff.
You could already walk up the river and
just look.
You could just walk
yeah,
the river,
yeah, absolutely. Go,
See what's changed if
plan
you already know what the river is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watching from the States here in Colorado. What up, Colorado?
Oh, they must be up late.
Thanks for all you do. Oh, awesome, man. That's cool. You've helped me gain so much inspiration and love for fly fishing. That's awesome. So Colorado, you'll be coming to fall, right? I'm guessing. We're about to come into about streamer fishing.
Yeah.
Swinging meat, as they like to say. I like that. I would actually say probably, I said this before, maybe on last week, between you and then American clients just raving about swinging streamers and fucking that. That's pretty much what got me into streamer fishing, and in the way that we are into it now. Speaking of which, you either need to teach me to tie streamers or just tie me some streamers.
You're not busy enough already. You're not busy in the next few months, are you?
You've got nothing coming up soon, have you?
Nothing major happening.
I don't know, maybe around December time, mid-December.
Mid-December would be great.
That'd be great.
I don't know what's better because you're a bit slow learner, right? So if I teach
dude, I'm shit.
You probably be shit on purpose, so I tied them for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, Kieran's gone. It was you, then Kieran would tie me some, and now he's gone, and now I'm like, well, I've pretty much got to learn myself. That's the only flies I really want to learn to tie is streamers, because I'm not interested in nymphs. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard.
That's what she said.
Oh boy!
I mean,
back.
Hey, here he is. Here he is, butt boy. Here he is. Good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Literally, this is the feedback of the last podcast was Lumo.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to see us come back. Just basically a video of
just
a dog. Just a dog and a
Let's
ball.
just go and leave Lumo on the couch.
So Colorado, that'd be streamer fishing full time. That's pretty exciting. We were talking about today. We're starting to see like blossom on the trees here and there. So like it's got that springy feel. So we're getting excited, and then everyone in the northern hemisphere is kind of like starting to wind down into fall, and then it's going to be winter, and then we'll be laughing again.
Oh yeah. Can't wait.
But I'm looking for like opening. Oh, do you think you'll be able to get away for at least a day?
2 days?
Opening?
3 days. Yeah.
2 days, 3 days.
You get permission. Text now.
Sometime. Can you ask permission?
Is Marie
now?
watching?
Online.
Is Marie watching now?
Hey baby, I love you. You're the best wife. You're the best wife in the world.
No problem.
So opening is coming up.
Nothing in here in that week. So,
Was that the hairdressers? It says hairdressers on the second.
it is a shared.
Right. So that's your head. You have your haircut.
No, that's Marie has her haircut.
So potentially those 3 days there.
Yeah.
Go in on the afternoon here. Oh shit!
Don't swipe on anyone's
Don't swipe on
My
anyone's.
phone is advanced. You don't want to swipe Alex's phone.
Hey Kieran. Kieran's still getting over that. That's why Kieran's not coming back.
No, it's why Kieran left
He
the
can't
country.
he can't
He
get
had
over
to
what he
leave the
saw
country.
that- So we go in the afternoon here, and then fish and come out in the evening here.
Okay.
That's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Nick might come up for it.
Down.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Okay, sweet, awesome. So I'm thinking opening weekend. I want to fish streamers, of course. Some
Just fish
nymphing
everything.
and just catch a couple of fish.
Yeah.
Take some food, some steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of whiskey, camping.
Streamer can work well.
Oh, it's
Fish
brilliant.
are hungry,
Yeah. Oh,
after spawning time.
well, we're thinking of going. They're always pretty happy to smack
chewy.
streamers. Eh?
For sure.
Right kind of fish.
Oh, that's another thing. Like, for as far as gear prep goes, making sure that like your tent, sleeping bags,
Oh yeah.
air mattresses, cooking gear, that kind of stuff. EPIRB,
Yep.
locator beacon, make sure that's up to date and working. I literally haven't checked mine for.
Mine, I need a
a
new
year.
battery in mine, but it's actually cheaper to go and buy a whole new one.
It is. It's like $300 or something to get
Yeah.
the battery replaced, and like $400 to buy a new one.
Yeah.
So that's what I did the last
stupid.
time.
It's the same with getting live tickets serviced.
Is it?
Same thing? It's
Just buy a new
buy
you
new
can
life
buy a new
jackets.
one for the same price.
And then sell
It's
your old
ridiculous.
ones to other people.
With weight, yeah. I run a 3-weight on small stream and creeks with dry dropper rigs. Mainly 9-foot 5 weight for nymph rigs and alpine lakes, and 9-foot 6 weight for streamers. Yeah, 9-foot 6. You run a 7 weight, which is really good
For streamers,
Yeah,
it makes a massive difference,
Yeah, it
especially
does,
if you want to throw big streamers.
yeah, like big dirty things. Yeah. Yeah, and I think, if I was rich or still sponsored, I would get a 7 weight just for that reason. Yeah. But otherwise, like a good 6 weight.
I run a 6 weight.
Yeah, and it's fine, but I really notice a difference when I fish your gear.
Sometimes in some of the places we go, you just need that extra reach.
Oh, it's just easier.
Yeah.
It's just easier, man. Over an entire day of streamer
I'm
fishing.
so into it that I just dedicate like my 7 weight. I just use that for streamer fishing.
Yeah. And what are you running? Is it Recon?
I got a Recon and TFO. What is it again? A TFO.
TFO something.
Yeah.
What line are you running on that? It's a Airflow Streamer Max, right?
Airflow Streamer Max, very good line, and the Trout Express by Sandy English.
Yeah, I've got that one. But the Streamer Max, I'm pretty interested because you prefer that as a line, eh?
It depends on what rod. On the TFO, I prefer the Trout Express,
Because
and the Recon, I prefer the Streamer Max.
Is that because the rod or whatever?
It just casts nicer.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put some time into working that out, eh?
Oh yeah,
A lot of time. Yeah.
I try lots of lines.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with lines.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Top up.
Yeah. Right.
What else? So,
Well, it's just even getting like, we're talking about leaders before, and if you're tying your own leaders, even tie some and like have them ready to go. Because on the water, you don't need to. Here we go, bro.
Damn.
On the water, you don't want to be sitting there tying them up.
Mm.
What I do is
really
I keep
care.
I keep like the spools from the tippet.
Yeah.
When that runs out,
Yeah.
and then I
And you
tie
wind
leaders up, and then I just wind them on that.
I mean,
and I've got them there, and then
yeah.
it's like I need to do. You get hooked up in a tree, or you get hooked up in a tree with my rod, and you're like, here.
At least I don't break it.
So it's there, it's easy, because
I
otherwise,
totally get what you're saying.
if it's cold, rainy, and you're trying to tie blood knots, and it's just shit. At least at home you've done them.
It does make
time.
sense, especially if, and you do touch on that, like if you have potentially, you have trouble if you have to wear glasses, to put glasses on to retie on the river.
Yeah,
you're fishing in cold weather, and without being a dick, like some people struggle to tie knots more than others.
Yeah,
right. So if that is a case, then that would be totally part of your prep. Pre-tie some leaders. So if it does take you 20 minutes to retie on a river, you can then bypass that.
Yeah.
But if I'm not too fussed about tying a rig on the river, it's fine. It can take me that long. But if you do have trouble, absolutely pre-tie stuff, man. It makes total sense. Yeah. Or pre-tie them and put them in a little old leader packet and have it.
Like I say, I just keep the spools, and then I wind them onto the spool.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
And then I got them there.
Do you use different type of line for streamers? Yes. Yeah, as in fire, you were talking about the Airflow Max, the Trout Express.
There's so many different lines on the market, and you have to difference if you want to throw big streamers, like really big streamers, then you want to go something like you want to have something like a Trout Express.
Aggressive, heavy.
Aggressive line. Often they're like 2 weights.
Above, you just literally just point it at the river and it just goes, eh?
Yeah, and then if you just throw little streamers, and depending where you fish as well, if it's a shallow river, you can just use a normal floating line, like
small river versus the big river. That kind
if you just throw woolly buggers, you don't need
nothing
a heavy line.
Or you could use whatever your nymphing line is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It really depends on the fishery.
I'd agree with that. And then also. For certainly river fishing, you want a floating rather than a full sink line. You want a floating running line,
just a sink tip.
Down to sort of like a sink 3, down to the heaviest sink tip you can get down. But then you can then mend the running line across the currents while it's all happening. Whereas if you have a full sink line, it's all kind of sunk down and it's very
because sometimes you might see a fish or suspect a fish, and you have to lead it to get down to deeper water. So you throw upstream,
mend.
Let's say straight across, but you have to get it down to the fish. So then you have to mend the line. Otherwise, you have that belly, and you can't
It
fish the
doesn't
streamer
fish well at all. Yeah.
So it really depends on where you're fishing as well.
And I think that goes for pretty much any. I get a lot of people asking me, not so much now, but certainly in the past, like, what kind of rod should I buy? What kind of line should I get? Well, what kind of fishing are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you fishing a big river, a small river?
Yeah.
Are you fishing like nymphing? Are you dry fly fishing? Are you streamer fishing? It all depends on what it is you're actually trying to do. And then you kind of work backwards from there. Yeah. And that makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Saltwater season is coming up also. What's some good saltwater lines? Again, similar thing. What are you fishing for? Are you on the flats? Are you in deep water?
Intermediate sink for any top water stuff?
An intermediate tip or an intermediate line or tip is you can fish poppers. You can also like fish like things a bit deeper.
Yeah.
Like when I started, I was using floating lines pretty much all the time, and then I think more recently I've gone to either an intermediate sink tip or an intermediate line, just because you can do both.
Yeah.
So I
agree.
I use the Grand Slam, the Scientific Anglers Grand Slam clear tip with intermediate sink.
Like the clear
and
tip
an 8-weight and my 10s.
Yeah.
And then I've also got a full floating on the 8 as well, which has been great. Also.
Yeah. What would you go? You intermediate?
I'm running the Grand Slam as well. Disadvantage with our fishery here, it's cold, so it's a warm water line. You have to stretch it occasionally.
Yeah.
Especially on a cold day. Can make a difference. Another line I can recommend is the Ghost Tip. They from Cortland, they do a cold water Ghost Tip. That one there.
This guy?
Yep. Very similar line. I would say the SA has a nicer taper. So with this one, you wanna if you got a, let's say, 8-weight, you want to buy a 9-weight line. Versus the Grand Slam, they don't overload that one. And versus the Grand Slam,
that's already kind of
you buy an 8-weight line for an 8-weight.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a Grand Slam is way easier to cast, but if you're a good caster, that Ghost Tip is a good line as well. Not you. You will have to add 3 polymeters to that line.
You use one of those Pontickies to get your line out, right?
Or fish out a drone and fish it out there. Yeah, I haven't fished that Ghost Tip actually, but I do like the Cortland lines I've been using for trout. It's been really good. But yeah, I think other than that, I think I was using. I was doing testing on that clear line from SA before. I wasn't, and that was all looking pretty good.
I really like the magnitude lines as well. That might have been the ones you were testing.
Could have been actually, yeah. Actually, in fact, it was. Yeah, it was those.
I used it in French Polynesia. That was great.
Yeah.
I used it in New Zealand when it was hot, like in the summer. It's just it's fine. It's a warm water line, but it's
I'll tell you what I was using before that was the cold water redfish line from SA.
Yeah.
And that was a really good line. Yeah. Just not a clear tip.
Yeah.
But works really well for our colder water. Built confidence in building my own leaders from watching your videos, and that makes heaps of difference once you learn what you need as far as tippet size and how deep you need to go. That's what she said. No, I agree. Like, once you work out what you've got, and really I think as a basic for most things, just 3x all the way through, and then if you need to drop down to 4L, 5x for that, then that's all you need to do on that last kind of 2-3 feet. But 3x all the way through is it's brilliant. It makes such a difference.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Kieran, stop messaging me on Instagram. On saltwater fly lines, best for 10 to 15 meter depth. I'll leave that with you.
15 meters.
That's like 30 plus feet. Oh, fuck.
10 to 15. I've fished
something really fucking heavy.
Yeah. I mean, you deal with current, then to get 10 to 15 meters deep, your line is will be pretty much vertical down. Unless you
can cast a long distance.
You can cast very long
and
distance.
feed out. But your intermediate tip will get down there.
They will.
Yeah.
They will.
I've definitely.
But it depends.
I don't know if I've fished 10 meters deep before, but.
No. Well,
maybe some of the channels. But
I have. but it makes a big difference if you're drifting with the current,
Mm.
or because if you anchor up and you cast in there with the tide and everything, your line just goes whoosh, and you never, whoosh.
Whoosh.
It makes that sound. It just drifts past you. So, but if you would be drifting, I guess you could go down there, but you have to wait really long. Yeah.
All I can say is just don't use like a freshwater line in saltwater. It's not going to work. It's going to coil up too much, isn't it?
I mean, it depends if it's cold. I have used freshwater lines like 8 weights and stuff. It's okay, and it didn't coil up too much. But it was cold. It wasn't summer. Because in general, in the harbor and stuff, the temperatures they're much warmer in the summer than a river would be, or a lake, I think. But you can use them.
What's that?
Freshwater lines in the salt water.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of the modern lines they're both as well.
Like a bisexual line. Is that what they call them these days? Or is that offensive to people?
It's offensive to fly lines.
So you're saying there's
you go both ways.
Freshwater's female or male, and then
shit! I mean, I don't even know. But is there only two genders? Is there 2 fly lines, male and female? Or we're delving off into something else?
We'll park there for another time.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hello. Good morning. I hope you're drinking whiskey as well, wherever you are.
If it's morning, you got to add
it's
coffee
6
to
o'clock over here, so
exactly. If it's morning, you just put whiskey in your coffee or coffee in your whiskey.
Put coffee in your whiskey.
I think I guess that's interesting because we were talking about deep water, blue water stuff earlier.
Oh yeah,
right?
pelagic species.
So like that, I guess you're going to be a different setup for the flats because in the flats, an intermediate something is going to cover you for poppers, and then bait fish, and then potentially shrimps and crabs on the bottom because you're only ever in less than 2 meters of water usually.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're going to be like for big kings down deep, I guess you're going to want just a heavier shit you can find, right?
Yeah, full sink.
Yeah, just fucking.
You're off a boat, full sink. It's going to be fine.
It'd be horrific to cast.
Yeah. Oh,
I remember like in
12
Ataki when they were
15 weights.
fishing the milk, and you literally just put it over and you just peel it out and let it sink.
Yeah.
There was no casting involved. It was.
Oh, it suit you then.
Well played. Yeah. Well played. Yeah.
That's
10 points.
That was the only time you didn't use a poly.
I was about to say, I didn't use a poly leader. Fuck all y'all. Lumo, get your butt out. Yeah.
What?
Newfoundland, Canada. It's 3:30 a.m. Why are you up this early? Did you shit the bed again? Or are you going fishing? I don't know.
Well, you just got home from being out. Could be.
I'm very interested. Very interested, yeah. Thanks, lads. I'll just be dropping in. Wanted to catch up. Well, I wanted to catch blue cod. That would be cool to catch on fly.
Never thought of it.
No. Just got home from a night fishing from Sea Run Browns. Well played. Did you catch any? See, I've never caught a sea run anything. Yeah, I'd be very interested. You've done sea run?
Of course, sea run brown. Yep, but in the river.
Where? Which country? Germany, huh? The motherland.
Allemand.
Yeah.
I caught one in Denmark actually. That was in the sea, not in the river.
Oh, cool. I would like to catch a sea run. I imagine they'd be strong as fuck, man. The same as anything in from the salt, man. They're just strong as shit, eh?
For sure.
A couple, nothing too large. Average 5 pounds. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, imagine a 5 pound sea run. Anything is going to be strong, and clean and healthy, and just sort of well worth catching. Can I ask you a question? So, what kind of gear are you using? Are you using like 8 weight stuff to catch those fish, or sinking lines and just like let them sink deep and strip them out, or are you kind of like closer to the surface, or what? I'm pretty interested. They're strong and a bit more difficult to catch than a resonant brown. I don't think, Kieran, you're never going to recover from swiping too many
Scaring
So without
stories.
telling everyone else too much, Kira and I were fishing, caught a very nice fish, and I was like, "Oh, Kira, use my phone, take a picture or two for the for the gram." So what she did, and it was a great fish. And then so he takes it, and he's like, he's just swiping through to make sure he got a good picture, and he swiped too many times that way and saw something that he probably shouldn't have.
You don't swipe on Alex's phone. You give it back to him.
It was my penis.
Listen, man.
5-weight floating with big mouse patterns. Dude, that'd be fun. That's like we did some night fishing, mousey patterns, floating stuff at night. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool way to catch a sea run fish. 5-weight floating mouse patterns. Fuck yeah. Mouse patterns in the sea. I wouldn't put those things together.
Oh, they're moving the rivers.
I guess it could be. Are you in the sea or are you in the river?
If he says the sea run, they're in the river.
Probably, yeah. But then you think out at sea, they're not really tuned into seeing anything micey, but are they just catching? Are they just eating everything?
Just eating everything.
That looks like a small eat that thing.
They're similar than our fish here when they come in the river. They're
mouth of the rivers,
nocturnal.
Yeah, it makes sense. So just eat whatever's swimming around. Opportunistic.
I think it
looks like prey.
It will be challenging to catch them on a mouse, but more than on a streamer.
Yeah. Are you fishing those mouse patterned new fly, Chris? Are you fishing those mouse patterns on the surface or subsurface?
Waiting. Hurry up.
Text. Answer me. I'd like to know.
Probably on the surface.
Oh, I mean,
floating line.
Yeah, you would think so. Floating line, mouse pattern on the surface. But when we did that stint of, that was super cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah, it was cool because you couldn't see, but you cast that, and there wasn't this big swirl, and you might feel like a.
You
but it was them. It was them swiping at the fly.
They swipe at the fly,
trying to sink it,
fish,
trying to stun
with
it
their fish, with their tail.
Yeah, and then
you can literally hear it, and then it takes a second or two, and you get that.
Mm-hmm.
So they smack it, and then they come back around, and then eat it. It was really cool. A bit of both. I used the Bad Mother pattern. Do you know what that is? No. So the head of the fly is above the surface, but the body and tail is subsurface. Okay, that makes sense. Like a mouse would be. That's fucking cool, man.
That's exactly how a mouse swims.
Yeah, that would be very cool. I'd like to do that. Do you think we will get a chance this season to try and carry on with our little movie mission?
I don't know. I hope so.
But however long it takes, we will make that movie on your
it will be cool.
Pattern. Yeah, daytime mouse pattern that Dustin's been working on. Yeah. Marabou tail, twisted marabou body, deer hair, head with foam ears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That sounds awesome, man. On a 5-weight? And that'd be like 5-pound sea run fish on a 5-weight would be so good.
Yeah.
That'd be so strong.
Yeah. Good fun. I mean, we were using 5 weights when we
yeah, I guess we were, right?
doing the night fishing.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. So then we did that. So we kind of drifted off from prep, but
as you do.
Other than that, I used to. Back in the day, I would go through winter and I would dehydrate food for overnight missions and all that kind of stuff. But I don't really do that anymore because I'm too lazy. Again, laziness, time just kind of rolls in. But and I think there's better dehydrated food out there.
Yeah, these days
for the time and effort that you put into it, for doing your own thing.
You mean when you're in there camping overnight?
Yeah.
But now we've got quad bikes, which is driving and then push and then drive out.
It does make a difference when you don't have to fucking walk everything in there.
When you don't have to walk a 20
to
back in.
To be honest, I mean, definitely the dehydrated food has got a lot better in the last few years than it used to be. That backcountry cuisine stuff used to be fucking awful.
Oh, you reckon? I did not
like it
because I don't like doing dishes in the bush.
Have you
Art to it.
an art to it?
Backcountry cuisine.
Patience is the key.
Patience and the right amount of water.
Yeah.
Never what they say.
Never, more or less.
Even slightly less we figured out, eh?
Yeah.
Really?
Just a tiny bit less for us.
It's just slop, yeah.
Yes, I guess you could point. Yeah, slightly less water, and then patience. Because normally you're fucking starving by the time you get there.
Yeah.
I'll just eat it. And you're like,
yeah. And you got to make sure you stir it up right, otherwise you get the dry bits at the bottom. It's like, what the hell?
The backcountry I used to the apple crumble. I think dessert was really good.
I don't think Have we done a lot of the
We
desserts,
tried that,
Ethan?
and then we thought it was rubbish.
The dessert ones. Yeah, I wasn't really.
That's when they first come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Usually size 2 bar, 4 bar. Also get big browns for my 7.5 foot 3-weight. That'd be interesting.
3-weight.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, but other than that, yeah, sort of, I guess, checking gear, making sure your waders don't leak. Because there's nothing where I did it last season. I got into the river, like, I think it was maybe on that opening trip. And then by about like 40 minutes in, I'm like, my left leg is soaking wet. And then I spent the next 2 days with like just a wet, cold left leg. And that just makes things, it's not.
Or if it rains heavy. Right.
Oh yeah, and you realize your jacket, you really should have replaced it. Like, I'll get one more season. Nah.
There was one. It was when you and I went and remember we did that backcountry trip on the quad bike, and it was like it pissed down rain, and I just thought I'm not putting a jacket on. I'm so wet. And by the time I got back to the truck, my waders had like 2 liters of water in each leg
from the rain.
From the rain. Yeah, it wasn't from boiling it was from the rain.
Or just like dripping down.
Just we were saturated.
Yeah, I remember
it just came
brutal.
down. We got out like we were
Just in
probably
time.
just in time, and that river was coming up.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
Because
you
you
guys
went in-
were
you went in-
so lucky.
Yeah, we got out,
Because I looked at the river levels and it went
and we came out just as it started to spike. Yeah,
If you'd have been further downstream, man, that would have been potentially
yeah.
a real problem.
We were like on that last crossing. We were like, okay, at least now we know we're on the right side of the river.
Yeah, isn't that like
Yeah.
isn't that it's an uneasy
But
feeling
we
when
did
you're
it.
like,
We
you know
knew it
when you
was
how
gonna
many
rain.
crossings you've got to go and you're like, I really just want to be done with the crossings so I know I can get out.
And we had 2 crossings to do. All of a sudden, the river just turned brown.
Yeah, it got real
rose
dirty.
so fast.
Yeah,
It's really scary.
but we got out. It was good to get back to the quad bike.
Oh yeah, man. That's the other thing about prep is like, okay, looking at that forecast coming into like
but
potentially
that's-
opening or whenever it is you're supposed to be like maybe going in. And I've done it before. I'm like, the forecast is shit, but I really want to fish. I'm going to go anyway. And it's not like, don't be afraid. Like if it's not good, don't fucking go.
Don't go.
Like if your
Find another
forecast
place.
is kind of sketchy, I would say just
And obviously check river levels.
river
levels.
levels
If you
if you can,
Yeah.
or at least if you can't check the river you're going to, if you can check a river level in the same catchment.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an idea of, well, if that's high, then this river is probably high. If this is out, then that's out.
I guess we fish some systems enough to know, like, if there's rain, we know where the like river levels are going to be.
Yeah,
And
and
you
if,
know,
and
like
if,
it's not we're not going to be able to fish that area.
And if
but
you're
we
in,
can fish
if
this
you're
one.
if you're not sure, then just
don't go.
man. Just wait a week
Yeah.
or a month or however. Like, you got a whole season ahead of you. It's not worth it, eh?
Yeah, for sure. And then when it's fine weather, people go, "Oh, you had such a great day for opening." It's like, yeah, the weather was fine, but the river was still like 10 times too high.
Yeah. Trying to get into backcountry trips. Is there a target weight to keep your pack at? Yeah, light as possible, man.
Like 0.
As light as you can.
Get a quad bike.
Don't make videos. Like,
Don't
just
make-
like honestly,
dude.
it adds
Seriously,
almost double
like,
the weight.
Yeah,
to
well,
your
you
pack.
guys always carry like a drone, heavy camera,
Well, I'm not.
lenses.
Tripod,
Yes.
lenses,
Batteries.
batteries. Like
I lifted Alex's pack once, and I thought my pack was heavy, and I lifted his pack, and I'm like, "Holy crap! This is just your day pack," and it's just like
it's horrific.
you know, like
yeah.
15 kgs of camera gear,
Yeah, it's
all for everyone that wants to watch your video.
for free. That's why I'm on Patreon.
So we can buy lighter cameras.
Yeah, one, don't make videos. If you're just gonna do stuff, take your phone and take pictures on that. Like I used to
Or
take
GoPro. Just a
a
GoPro.
GoPro, man. Like
Yeah.
it's just nothing. There's nothing much going on.
Oh, they go under there. Sorry, Lima. Don't kick the ball around the camera.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. I did that. I was like, oh. Okay, so how can you make your pack? So, cheese and salami for food, muesli bars, chocolate, or maybe scroggin mitch, which is like what we call to like it's like nuts and raisins and chocolate all in like a bag. Like you want calorie dense food that is like compact and lightweight. Don't make sandwiches. Like honestly, cheese and salami. That's it. Like you want to make anything crackers maybe if you want to get flash with it.
Yeah.
What else? You wanna minimize your sort of. I would say you want a spare pair of thermals in your back in your pack at the bottom, just in case you fall in and you get wet, and you can change them out. You obviously want your rain jacket, which you'll probably be wearing early season.
Small first aid kit.
Small first aid, like really, like I would say, like super glue, bandages, maybe saline solution. Fuck, that's probably it.
Have something to light a fire.
A fire lighter kit for sure, in case you get
Yeah.
stuck in there. And I just mean by that like a flint. And I do cotton wool balls and Vaseline. So like you get like a Glad wrap, like a
He's got a lot of Vaseline at home.
lot of Vaseline. And you get cotton wool balls that like your wife or your partner uses for a makeup. And you just swipe that in Vaseline and then just stuff them into like a Ziploc bag and a fire lighter, like a flint.
Dry lint.
Eh?
Dry lint.
What's that?
Out of the dryer, you know, the lint out of the dryer. If you don't have cotton
Oh
balls.
shit! Really?
Yeah,
Have you ever emptied it ever?
Yeah, all the time.
yeah. You light a fire with that.
No shit,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
In cotton balls.
I bet if you got that and put a bit of Vaseline on there's you. Oh, dude, sound guy in for the win. That's a great fucking.
And the key is not to put too much Vaseline.
Yeah,
on it,
don't
otherwise
put
it
too much lube on
doesn't
there.
start too well.
Yeah, you want enough that it catches, but then it will burn, and then you can get something going.
Yeah.
What's also good is to have actually a rope in your backpack.
But just
Or like
some
A
paracord.
piece of, yeah,
I
paracord,
paracord,
or a piece of
yeah.
rope.
Yeah, it's a great
I mean,
idea.
if you're in the shit,
You can make a
or
tart, you can make a little shelter.
everything,
Yeah.
you can pull yourself out.
Yeah, it's a
somehow.
really good idea, actually. Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
What else? What are we answering here? Yeah, skip here, prep. Yeah,
Whiskey.
yeah.
Always have whiskey with you. Hip flask.
Oh yeah, you got to have.
Even
Got
the
to.
head flask is in the bottle.
Yeah, don't take the bottle of whiskey.
Don't take
in.
bottle.
Yeah. Put
Yeah.
it into a plastic bottle so it looks like a bottle
Yeah.
of piss. That's what you want. An old water bottle. That's how you want your whiskey in there. Yeah. What else to keep your weight down?
Don't forget to bless the river.
One for me, one for my homies. The other thing as well is if you want to take some kind of pictures or something like that, just a little gorilla pod, a little plastic gorilla pod that you can put your phone on.
Mhm.
That's all you need.
I've got a really good one, simple one. Take a spare rod if you're deep in the back.
Spear?
A spare.
Spare rod.
Spear, just spear the fucking.
Just take a spear. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Oh, for
fishing
sure,
rods.
yeah.
Just spear them.
Take
We always
spare
carry
rod.
spare rods.
Yeah, spare rod.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some
man.
people don't.
See,
No.
I carry two rods
Yeah, you
exactly
do.
the same. So if you break one section, you've got another rod. But then if you break a section on that rod, then as long as it's not the same
That's
section as
great.
the other one, you can.
Some
put
people
something
might
together.
not have the
The
money
money.
to have two of the same,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
maybe
I
they'll
agree
have a
with that.
cheap rod that will
Or buy two
do.
cheap
So
rods.
you have have your main rod, your main 5 or 6 weight, and then have a spare cheap
Yeah.
5 or 6 weight, whatever it is, so that if you do, and you do, oh man, fucking we've all broken rods out there, man. Hey.
I don't break my rods.
Yeah, break
I'll
someone
just break
else.
someone else's rod.
So like if you do, and
Yeah.
I've done it before, man. I've walked in, and that's when I started actually carrying a spare. I was in. It took me like 3 hours to get in there, and I fished the first pool. Was moving up to the next piece of water, and I slipped and fell on my rod and broke it, and had to go home.
Yeah.
I fucking didn't take a
Great
spare.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
but the
great
worst would
day.
be if
Awesome.
you flew in somewhere. If you
Oh,
you took a
dude,
helicopter
take a
trip in,
spare
you
rod,
spend
man.
thousands of dollars
Yeah,
on a
take
helicopter
spare
going.
rod. Just and if,
Yeah.
if like I say, if you don't have the money, just buy a cheap
Cheap,
whatever,
a cheap whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then just
And then don't
something
break that one either.
Yeah, don't break that one. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Make sure it's the same line weight. Though.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
line weight, obviously as you've got, but I mean at a push you can make it work. But what else to keep the weight down? You just want the basics. You want spare thermals in case you fall in and get wet. You want a spare rod. Keep your food real simple. Like you don't want to be going in there with a big flash lunch. Really, you can, but you're going to pay for it.
Depends how you're
weight-wise.
getting it. If you're packing, if you're walking in with a heavy pack, but if you,
But even
know,
if you're walking around,
I mean,
all
just
day.
your normal day pack to keep that light as possible as well.
Yeah.
Like you don't want. I mean, sometimes the packs are heavy. Like I run the Yeti packs. The
That's-
Yeti packs themselves are heavy,
That's the
but
other
they're
thing. as
brilliant
well.
because
Yeah,
they're waterproof and they're
They're
float.
solid.
Like
They're solid.
I would be able to float down the river with my Yeti pack.
Yeah. For sure. But that comes out especially my overnight packs. Like I've spent a lot of money just making the pack itself as light as possible.
Mm.
You know, if you've got a 5 kilo pack before you put anything in it,
Yeah, well,
it
you've already
really
got
adds
5
up at
kilos,
the other
yeah.
end, don't it? Yeah. So there's that. It depends on your budget, how much you're going to be doing that kind of stuff. and then just kind of keeping things to like a bare minimum. Like if you're going to be doing big missions way out, you want the stuff you need, but you don't really want to do the luxury kind of like, oh, this is delicious, I'm going to have this.
Well, I
for
mean,
lunch
you know,
and that for
I
this.
don't use a tent anymore. I use a bivy bag, which like saves room and weight.
Yep.
A huge amount of like room and a huge amount of weight. You know, like a bivy bag that weighs like 250 grams versus a tent that weighs
2 kilos.
2 kilos.
Yeah, or if you go the lightweight stuff, maybe a kilo and a bit, whatever.
You know, even a single man tent, you know, with some poles and whatnot, it
it
weighs
adds up.
something. Yeah,
Sleeping
but a
bag,
bivy bag.
sleeping mat. Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, typically we're doing it in the summer when we know that there's a good forecast. You know, if there's a bad forecast, we're not going.
Yeah, just don't.
So
do
a
it.
bivy bag is fine.
Yeah, so there's all those things to take into account for sure. Yep. Can't forget the whiskey. Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah.
A knife, a saw, if you want to cut some wood down.
Gotta have a
Oh
knife.
yeah, good saw.
Yeah.
Those silky saws are great.
Yeah, they are really
That's
good.
foldable
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Gotta have a knifey. Absolutely,
knife.
100%.
Knifey, sticky.
Knifey, sticky.
Wading stick, yeah.
Yeah, then your fishing stuff. You know, you got your rod, you got hip pack potentially. You know, your lanyard, however you fish. Like it adds up really fucking quickly. You go, oh yeah, I've got that there, but then you add your fishing stuff in. You got that there, then you add your food in there. Then if you're gonna walk in somewhere, you're gonna have maybe a camelback and some water.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like, holy shit! Like that's what.
That's a good point.
Water filter.
Water filter.
If you
are not walking in a long way, I'll take a water filter. Like I've been using those Grail water bottles, which are really good. But any kind of water filter, even a life straw.
Yeah.
When I was in Bolivia, man, I had a life straw for 3 months, and I drank out the river and never got sick. They were awesome. But then again, if you're going to do like a 3 or 4 or 5 hour walk in from the car to get to the river,
water
you need a camelback or something you're going to carry water in.
And then when you walk out, you need the camelback again. So then you take the filter bottle, fill up the camelback.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's usually what I do.
I don't know if they still do it, but Bushbuck used to do a camelback. And then at the end of the tube, there was like a filter.
Oh, yeah, I know.
At the mouthpiece. And that was fucking awesome, man.
How's it go, bro?
You had the mouthpiece with the filter. But like that was actually a really good thing. Like, because then you had you could just fill the water bottle, the camelback out of the river, and then you just filter it through the water, the mouthpiece. That was really good. I used that when I went in with JP for a week into a river, and it was fucking awesome, man.
And then you got your gas cooker.
Jet boil, gas cooker, that kind of stuff. You know, potentially, you know, you got your billies, you know,
I use titanium cups, like, you know, 250 ml of water. Yeah, it's great for one person, but titanium, it's like weighs a couple of grams.
Yeah, I got those cups that fold down to nothing.
They're really good. The Cedar Summit ones.
Yeah,
I've got those.
Yeah, but the titanium one, you can boil the water in them as well.
Yeah. But then again, if you're doing that and you're in there, you're probably boiling water for camp, so you want to be boiling.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
but that's like
to save on gas canisters and.
If you're camping next to your truck, you don't really need to worry about that.
So it all kind of depends on what kind of fishing and camping and like missions you're going to be doing, right?
Yeah.
If you're camping from a truck or whatever, then go for it, man. Get glampy.
Everything there.
Yeah.
I mean, people talk about like saving weight, but what about saving time? You know, like I know, you know, we're doing like opening day. We go in the day before. We set everything up, so when we come back, we know that it's set. Because
sorted,
when you come back from a big day of fishing, the last thing you want to do is like change tires on vehicles.
Don't try and help anybody, right?
Like driving quad bike.
Swap out a quad bike.
Swap out quad bikes,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, have a spare quad bike.
Don't try and help anybody ever.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of depends on your, you know, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyone land-based fish, saltwater.
With the fly rod, or because I want to do that. I want to land base off the rocks. Yeah, I want to do rock fishing with a fly rod.
I've tried a little bit here and there with not much success.
I mean, I've got snapper off the rocks before.
Have you?
Yeah, I've definitely caught.
Kira's done a bit.
I've definitely caught like from land, but not rock based. You know, like rock ledge.
Deep water. I've tried. Yeah, I think JP hooked a car wire for 3 seconds once. That was pretty impressive. For a whole day of casting for rocks. We didn't know what we were doing there. But like, it was a bit early in the piece. That was down Wellington way for rocks. But would like to do that. I was talking with J.E. Wild's guy.
Oh, Joe
Wild.
Yeah.
I was talking with him a couple of years back when I was sponsored and was trying to get something going with him to get some of those big things off the rocks on fly, but just never materialized, unfortunately. But like, I mean, there's potential. Just got to put the time into it.
Yeah, just got to go.
Be in the right place and then put time into
Right
it.
time. Yeah,
just like
there's just never enough days. Like work gets in the way of fishing.
Man, that's why it was so good to be sponsored, mate. Okay, I'm not going to fucking work because I'm going to put my time and my money into this, and then boom, that's my work. But like, without that, it's hard to put. Okay, do I want to do this, and this, or do I just put all my time into this one thing? Yeah. Well, like we were talking about the other day, that's where you want to put your time.
Yeah.
Into that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going to spend too much time trout fishing because you're going to be putting all your spare days and time into this thing.
That's right.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome. Yeah. Snapper going good at the moment. Recommendations on what type of rod when overweighting the line? Fast action, man. Fast or slow. If you're overweighting your rod with a line, you want a faster action rod, I would say, to deal with the extra weight, right?
Yeah, generally.
If you have, say, for example, a 6-weight rod, and you're going to put an 8-weight line on it, you would want a fast 6-weight rod to deal with the extra weight. 100%. Would you agree with that? Yeah, I would. Yeah, you have a nice soft, slow action 6-weight, and you put an 8-weight line on it, it's just not going to deal with it at all. I'd say. Yeah. Well, a lot of the fly lines these days are overweighted anyway. Half or a whole line.
Yeah.
So you want to check on that first before you buy your line and match it up. I think Infinity Smooth is what, half a line or a whole line weight heavier. Yeah. Oh.
Someone is bored.
Someone's had enough.
You see ya.
Yep, and we're out. You're about to fuck up everything again. But you're a good boy.
I know I am.
This is the only reason everyone.
Go play with the sound, man.
Go play with the sound check.
Yeah. Sound guy. Get it. Get it. For anyone that can't see, the sound guy has got a LED kind of
UV
laser
thing,
for time flies.
Loves
it. Yeah. Anyway,
what's your best move to get in the good books with your partner so you can get your multi-day mission without getting into trouble?
Get rid of your partner.
Don't have a partner. I guess Dustin, you're pretty much the lead on this guy.
Yeah, actually, you would
find the right partner.
Find the right partner. Yeah, absolutely.
I think.
I guess it's got to be give and take, eh?
Absolutely.
Literally, give and take. Like fucking, you've got to do the good things so you get your time.
It's hard if you have a partner that has no hobbies.
Yeah.
If you have a partner that has their own things.
They go and do their own.
They go and do their own things, or
and also just sort of like I guess if you are doing what you do when you meet, and you're upfront about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Then and they accept that, and then there's no sort of like, you just got to be. If that's what you do, then that's what you do. Yeah. And then they sign up for that, and then you work it from there, and you sort of like, well, I need my time to do this, and then when I'm not doing that, I'll give you my time when and sort of it really is like a give and take thing, eh? Yeah. But if that's what, just got to be upfront, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, that's that's what it is. Or just be single and do your thing as much as you can while you're single. Or like, I've been guilty in the past, like in my last relationship. Like I was pretty miserable in it, and I used what I did as a get out. I'm off to the South Island for 6 weeks, and I fucking loved it because I just didn't want to be at home. And it doesn't. I'm not saying this is to be a dick. I should have probably not been in a relationship, but it was a good reason for me to kind of and not really face what I was dealing with at home. But that's not a good thing at all. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not
Welcome
saying
to marriage counseling.
Yeah, I'm not saying do that, but like I've done that for sure, and like it was definitely a reason for don't put it near my nuts, bro. Don't put it near my nuts. Yeah, finding that balance is the thing. I think in a healthy relationship, that's got to be that sort of balance, isn't it? Yeah. What do you reckon, Lumo? Balance is key.
Balance is key, eh?
But yeah, it's sort of if you want to go and have your thing, you've got to go and meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
And just like you say, have the right partner, someone that actually understands.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm a better person when I get to fish.
Yeah.
Like if I don't fish, I'm not.
Yeah.
If I can't fish and I can't go to the gym, I'm
Same.
not a very good person.
Well, not about the gym, but fishing for me is very important.
Oh, dude.
Fly tying.
Oh, yeah.
And you need a partner that accepts whatever you're
Understands
doing, what
that,
you
man.
love,
Understands it. Yeah.
and understands.
Yeah. If I can fish and I can gym and I can do those things, then I come back a better person to be around for sure. 100%. Yeah. Even I recognize that I'm a better person in my. I'm like, I'm in a better place now because I fished for a couple of days last week and this cool thing here. I hang out with my guys. I go to the gym. I'm in a good life.
Yeah.
But that's all taken care of. Then I'm a better person at home for sure.
For sure.
And for me, Marie actually understands why I love it so much. I took her fishing, then she started fishing.
She's on the front of the shop, man.
Yeah, she's got all the gear.
Yeah.
Like in one stage, she was fishing more than I was.
Yeah, I remember.
And sometimes I was guiding clients, and then she was in the spots where I wanted to fish.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Off you go.
Your spots.
Yeah.
You don't tell her where your spots are.
Yeah, well, and now she doesn't fish as much anymore, but she knows why I love it so much.
She gets it.
She gets it.
I think that's important, eh? I think that's super important. Yeah.
And not everyone gets it, and it's fine. But if you find someone that got their own thing,
Yeah.
or just understands that you need to go fishing, that's it.
Yeah, big time.
I need to finish off.
Well, we're trying to talk about fish handling as well.
What's that?
Fish handling.
We were.
I would love to talk about this. But
You would like to?
I don't know.
We can do it. We'll do some fish handling, and then we want to do some
trolling.
some trolling, and then we'll get out of here.
Trolling. We
If
got
your woman
something.
doesn't let you go out fishing with the boys, that's bad. Figure out your lady if we're having a kid. I could go out now, 16. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Yeah. Right. We're going to touch on fish handling because I think that's super important. Because I don't know how it is. I don't know. I feel like and I'm generalizing here. I feel like New Zealand is one of the worst places I've ever been for fish handling ethics.
Well, that's because you've probably seen more of it here. That probably happens everywhere.
It could be the same. I don't know. It could be. I could be wrong. I don't know. But we see some horrific.
Online and in person.
I've seen it on the river. I've called people out on the river for it, man. Like it's the general attitude in New Zealand towards fish handling is very blasé and just sort of.
I don't think most people do that on purpose. I don't think they just don't know better.
Ignorance.
Yeah, they don't know better. They're maybe not educated about it. I think that's the biggest issue.
Education.
And you're gonna see, like, especially here in the Taupo region, the winter. It's famous for its winter fishing.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that you see on the river now in the winter, they actually don't fish in the summer with the fly.
Yeah.
And some of them are there to maybe catch a fish to eat. You know what? I don't have anything against it.
No problem.
Fine.
Yeah. If it's done well.
But then they might catch a fish that's not super nice condition and then drag it on the rocks and
Don't even have a net
kick
with
it
them.
back.
Don't even have a net with them.
Which is not okay. And I feel like there needs to be some education where people learn how to handle fish. And obviously catch and release is a thing in this country. So
it's a huge thing. And it's necessary in some fisheries.
Yeah.
There's some fisheries you shouldn't be keeping fish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean,
think,
look at the South Island and some of the fisheries down there.
Yeah, it's completely necessary. And even here, there's some
There's
fisheries
some
here where you need
Fisheries here that you just, if everyone went in and caught one fish, that fishery would be destroyed
in a season. In a season.
Done.
Yeah, there's some fisheries. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then I've had this conversation probably with you guys before. And I agree, education is the key. But then there's a thing where how do you educate somebody that has no interest in being educated?
Yeah, well,
Who thinks I don't give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck about the fish and what you're doing to it, and you have that kind of attitude, which I find, and I'm going to say it, I think in New Zealand is a very common attitude.
yeah. Who gives
I'll
a
say
fuck?
the same
It's
about
just a
hunting. I'll
fish.
say the
Who
same
cares?
about
It's just a
hunting.
fish.
It's a fucking deer. Who cares? It's a pest. The hunting is very much, and you probably come across this too, right? In hunting, there's a very shitty attitude towards the actual species and the thing that we're actually all about. How do you educate someone that doesn't give a fuck? So, education is the key. But if you don't care about it, why would you listen?
Yeah.
And I think that's a real problem here. I don't know. It could be the same in other countries. I don't know because I live here. But I feel like, education is the key. But a lot of people just don't care enough.
Yeah.
Well, how to get around this?
I don't know. What?
I got an idea. I don't know
on,
if it will be working. So some people probably be upset about it, but if you buy your license, for example, you could make it a thing.
Like in Germany?
Not to this extreme. So basically, in Germany, you have to visit a course. You get educated how to dispatch a fish properly, let's say, and so on. But in Germany, they don't really supposed to practice catch and release. They do. If you catch a fish that's out of season, you're supposed to release it, take care of it, so that you learn a little bit about it. But it's completely different. But what I would do here, like let's just say Fish and Game or Dock, when you purchase a license, which is now online only for Taupo license, like Dock license, have like a little quiz or something where you have to actually go through a little process. It doesn't have to be long, but like a brief amount of questions, 3 questions. You know, what do you do when you catch a fish and you want to release it? Whatever, it could be multiple choice.
Yeah,
you know, kind of like
make people think.
People think, and then also maybe with their license, they get a flyer where you actually get shown how to handle a fish or something like that.
You know, just some bullet points.
You'll reach.
Don't keep the fish out of the water longer than 6 seconds.
You're not going to reach everyone.
Some people they will be upset about it.
Of course they will,
because they don't care.
And I mean, some people that Alex and I approached on the river, you get the answer like, I've been fishing here for 30 years, and
it's all right, mate. They're all right. Fuck it, it's all good.
Yeah,
they swim off. But
and it only becomes a problem when the fishery really declines. Like that's just typical humans. They just don't do anything until it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know. There should be a way of
educating
people how to handle fish if you want to. If you do catch and release.
Yeah, I think, you know, I've even talked, I think I had a conversation a few years ago with somebody from Dock who was like, oh, would you be interested in, like, you know, doing a talk to people like, about fish handling? And I was like, absolutely I would, but then it never came to anything. But I think most people just don't care enough to.
There's a website on, I know, for the saltwater fishery. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about handling the fish. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. I've been on that before, but it's like good handling of saltwater fish. But no one's done anything for freshwater fish.
Oh, dude, I've done videos on.
Still
on YouTube.
Not everyone watches your videos.
No, of course not. No, not everyone's really interested in it. But I think if you. Like they did with Germany, if you buy a fishing license, you either have to do some kind of a test or at least read some information about it. So it maybe sows a seed. And like you said, I think maybe a lot of it is not arrogance, it's ignorance. It's not, I don't know these. And I mean, we've talked about some of the stuff we used to do when we were younger.
Yeah,
I mean, catch pike, like live baiting for pike and like some horrible stuff. I feel bad
when I was young. I mean, I just didn't know. I was doing this, you know.
Somebody showed you this and you did it.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm guilty of
Dude.
treating a fish badly
Dude,
when I was younger because I just didn't know.
I still feel bad about some things I did to some fish.
It's like the gill shot on the photo. You hold the gills. That's the way that you did it, and then you put the fish back. It's like if you didn't put the fish back after gilling it like that, it's gonna die.
Just some stuff. But I think like if you could put some things in place that would potentially educate people and make them think. Like, dude, like
wet your hands.
If you like, you have dock rated on the river potentially checking licenses. If you're checking licenses, have you got a landing net? No. Okay, there needs to be a consequence for that. If you're fishing, you should have a fucking net. Whether you're killing it or catch and release, you should have a net.
Well, the thing is, if you're going to dispatch you might have to let it go because it's undersized.
Potentially, exactly. Why have you not got a net? You shouldn't be dragging fish over a fucking rocks or a beach.
Rocks in the summer.
Like, absolutely not.
Cook the fish before you put it back.
Why is there not a thing here in New Zealand like all nets should be rubber covered net? There should be no.
Well, you're not allowed to wear felt. Right.
Why have you got a fucking that green knotted whatever it is? I don't even know what it's called.
Because someone had it in the 60s and they've still got it.
So let's ban that. Let's get rid of barbed hooks.
That's going to be a tough one.
It's not going to happen here in New Zealand, not unless I'm made king, which is not going to happen. But
imagine them as king. When king.
But you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like you get people. I and the same. I'm sure you've got people from the States, and I'm like, okay, you're fishing. We're crushing barbs. They're like, well, all we do is fish barbers anyway.
Yeah.
There's countries that are way further ahead of us in that kind of respect than we are, and I think that's a really good thing. I don't understand why we're not pushing it more because it's a world-class fishery. People come from all over the world to fish it.
For how long is going to be that way?
Well, I don't know. That's a good point, man. I don't know. Like the way things are going, it's got an end. It's got an end date to it, isn't it? Whether it's fishing ethics or it's agriculture or it's forestry or it's dairy or it's river quality or it's how do I say this? It's not ethically, but it's kind of there's a racially thing going on, especially in the North Island, about whether you can do things, you can't do things on these rivers or not. Depending on whether you are of a certain
or not.
background or not. That kind of thing. How it's definitely going towards a point where that's going to end. And that's a real problem. But in the meantime, I feel like it's our responsibility as anglers to try and look after the fishery and try and look after the fish that we apparently love so much and we put so much time and money into.
Absolutely.
Why are we getting on the water and then treating that fish like shit and thinking that's okay? Because it's fucking not. And we've got into issues over it over social media, like people just treating fish badly, and you call them out, and then we're the bad people.
That guy last year, Dustin's mate. You know what we're talking about. Call him out online, and he just laughs at people and then blocks them.
But
and says, "I'll do it." And then on the river, he said, "I'll do whatever the fuck I want."
But then you go on about how much you love fly fishing and this is a great sport and
but you're killing.
But you're not treating the actual quarry with any respect at all, and I think that's terrible. I think that's horrible, and I think what we do is questionable anyway.
Well, I mean,
if you actually get down to it, the
kindest way to treat a fish is to not catch it.
Exactly. Don't fish for it. Don't put a hook in its face. But then if you're going to do that, then why would you not want to do that to have the least amount of impact on that fish as possible? And we've done it, man. We did at the end of last season. We both caught the same fish within 20 minutes.
20 minutes. And we've also done before where we've caught the same fish 6 months later. And it's been great.
So it can be done where the impact is minimal at most. But then you can do it badly and that fish is a dead fish in a horrific way, in a slow, not very nice way. So I feel like there's a real... And people just seem to just brush over it. Oh, fuck it. It's just fish. It's just a fucking fish. It's
Maybe
fine.
some YouTube star needs to do some educational videos on it.
Oh, I did that already. Didn't fucking go very well. But they're out there.
I
if you
said a
wanna watch
YouTube
them.
star.
Yeah, not you. Somebody with any
Yeah,
influence.
like Taylor Swift or something. You know? But-
What have we got here? Sorry. Bending the barbs is good as long as you keep the prick. Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. And then most of the conversation we have is about crushing barbers or fishing barbers. The first thing that comes, I don't want to lose fish.
I think barbs were there. Like I think originally someone told me this. Barbs are there to keep the bait on, not the fish.
Well, it's the same as pike. You'd have semi-barbless trebles. You'd have one treble with a barb on it, which you put into the fish to keep it on, and the other two would be barbers.
It depends where you're fishing, but there are rules like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I feel like and there's definitely times potentially where having barbless hooks has cost me a fish. I don't really care.
But who cares?
I feel like at the most part, if it's a good hook hold and you fight a fish properly, you're not going to lose that fish.
Even my saltwater flies, like where you can't crush the barb. I've got a die grinder there. Actually, I just grind it off.
You kind of can if you just roll
not the
it
big one,
that way.
not the big hooks, but you can't it rolls it over, but it's still a barb as such.
It's sort of
I just got a die grinder, and then I just grind it off,
I just
and it's gone.
Doesn't matter, right?
No barb there.
Because when you bust that fish off, you're like, fuck, you feel better about the fact it's probably not going to swim around with an entire rig in its face.
I had a fish yesterday that took both of my flies. Remember that one that went downstream? There was no way that I was going to be able to get that fish back up those rapids.
Through those rapids, yeah.
And it busted off, and it was like I didn't feel bad because I know that
it's a good chance.
It's a good chance.
You don't know, but I mean, like you look at most
a
things,
better chance.
Every time, most of the times, you get a fish in the net. As soon as the pressure's off, by the time we get in there to unhook it, the hook's already out.
Hook's
It's already
out
out.
in the net.
Yeah, man. What do you guys say to people who say, "Why catch it if you're not going to keep it?"
Oh man, it's personal preference.
I mean, yeah, I understand that it's a questionable.
But okay, local rivers here,
Pastime.
trips to the lake. Yeah, absolutely. You could keep a fish. You could go out there every day and catch your limit. Is it 6 fish at the moment? And the fishery is going to be sustainable because there's tens of thousands of fish going up one river here. But you go to some of the backcountry places that we fish, and I prefer to fish backcountry because it's a nicer setting. There's no other people there. If you walk up a river system here, and
the migrating fish here.
Yeah.
Versus the backcountry.
They're resident fish.
Could be a very fragile fish.
You will see 4 or 5 fish that whole day.
Maybe one fish.
And
you have no business taking it.
Yeah. If you take that fish, then they can't reproduce. And then, in a decade's time, whether I'm not fishing that area or not, but my son decides that he's going to fly fish up there.
I'd be better than you.
Suck my what? Anyway, I want to make sure that fishery is still there for him.
Yeah, but on a moral level, and it's something at times I still fucking question myself on is like, if you're not going to catch and keep a fish, then why put it through that? Mm-hmm. And it comes down to, it's the challenge, it's the places you go, it's the times you have, it's the people you share it with. It's one of those things which is like you could argue either way for sure. It's probably not a very nice thing to do.
If people are out there catching fish to eat, they're probably not going to go backcountry because they're going to go to the easiest place to catch a fish to eat, which is if you're talking about
rivers. A moral ethics thing, like why are you doing this if you're not going to kill it? It's pretty nasty. You're probably right. And I don't really actually have a fucking argument.
Was it just 2 months ago that I caught the fish? 20 minutes later, you caught the same fish. Yeah. Clearly, that fish wasn't. He was
not that bothered.
He didn't care because he ate again the exact same fly.
Yeah,
he ate.
And I've done.
I mean, what you can do at least is try to put the fish in as less stress
impact as little as
possible.
Yeah. So, and it can be done.
Fight them quick.
Get them in the net.
Wet your hands. Look after them. Don't hold them out there for like 5 minutes to get a good shot.
6 seconds tops.
6 seconds.
Yeah, I did a grip and grin, put them back.
Your photo should
have the fish in the water.
Have your moment.
Yeah, have your moment.
Your photo should have water dripping off that fish.
Yeah, I agree.
And to be honest, if you're not going to take a photo of the fish, just
Don't take it at the water.
Just don't take it out of the water. Just get your net and twist, and you can,
don't
and
touch
they will leave the net on their own.
100%.
There was a guy I
What
met
it was,
here a couple of years ago, a guy from Alaska, and met him at the shop here, and he was talking to me. He says, "I don't take photos of any fish. I do not touch the fish at all. I get the hook out
and then let it go."
And he uses one of those
disgorger
thing, gets the hook out, so he's not touching the fish at all, and he lets them go in the net. He says, "I don't need to take a photo and show people."
It's perfect.
He doesn't care if people know whether he caught a fish or
That's
not.
the way to go.
But yeah, some people go.
It's nice to get a photo.
Some people kill the fish because they need to show someone, because otherwise that person's not going to believe them. Well,
And
fuck off.
I've seen it lots here in the winter. Someone coming through the door with a beautiful big
9-pound brown.
9-pound like nice rainbow hen full of eggs.
Yeah.
Such a rare
Can you
fish.
weigh this fish for me and take a photo? And the eggs are dropping out, and I'm just,
Oh god!
you know,
Get out! Get out of my shop!
that would be the fish that
It's a lifetime. It's a fish of your life.
spreads the good genetics though. Like that's the fish you want in the system,
Not a fucking shitty 3-pound fish that has been spawned out. Or whatever. Yeah.
So,
It's a questionable thing, but I feel like if you really get into it, you could question the ethics and the morality of what we do as catch and release. And I do understand that, but I also think that you can do it well enough that the impact on the fish is so minimal that it doesn't actually bother. No more than you or I fucking breaking a finger and going, I've got a bit of a fucking, that hurt a little bit. I didn't like that, but I'm actually all right. And I probably won't actually do that thing again.
You know what I've heard before? Someone saying something similar to that. Like they say, someone asked them, it's like, oh yeah, but if you catch the fish, it's unfair. You've like hurt them and then you're putting back. It's like the same thing. The response to that person was, you drive down the road at night, you're smashing into the bugs on your windshield. On your windshield. You're driving into so many bugs. It's like you're killing bugs by driving at night.
Most fish actually don't have nerves in their mouth.
Yes, most
because they eat hard things like crayfish, spiky things, other fish.
Like your mum. Sorry,
Mum's probably watching this again.
Sorry, Mum. So how do we know
what they feel? And there's been some research done about this. What the fish apparently feel is stress. So a good way of putting it is you don't want to put the fish
under undue stress.
So you want to fight the fish as quick as possible,
Yeah.
And that's another thing I see on the rivers here a lot. People fighting a fish
far too long.
Far too long. Drag light, rod up, the fish is running downstream.
Straight rod, no bend in it, nothing.
It's just
terrible.
And I hear it all the time when I'm guiding. There will be some guy in the background, some old guy. I'll tell my client to hold the rod low to put side pressure on the fish because it's in the fast water downstream.
Get it out the rod.
If you hold the rod up, he will be exposed to the fast current on the surface.
Yeah.
The current on the bottom of the river
is slower.
Is very much slower. If you hold the rod down, keep the same amount of pressure. Very often the fish just starts swimming back up to you. You start reeling.
Walk it upstream.
Yeah, walk it upstream.
You
same amount of pressure. And the fish just comes back up to me. I net it.
Yeah. A guy Forrest, my buddy Forrest, who I was fishing, he's like...
We moved the book because Luma was going to spill whiskey all over it.
He gave me a masterclass in that last year. And he was just... And we've done this for years, but he did it in a different way. Like he's done it with, I don't know, Taupo, and he's had a lot of experience. And he had a way about him. And the way he just dropped it and then almost backed off on the pressure. And he just led all these fish upstream. Hard fighting rainbows, and he led them upstream and then just boom, boom in the net. And it was incredible to watch, man. Like I do this a lot, but he just did it in a way that I haven't seen before. And I think I was giving them too much pressure. And he did it in a way that was slightly, I don't know, I can't even tell you what it was he was doing, but I was watching him and I was like, that's different to what I do. And it was working so well, man.
I mean, fighting fish well, it comes with experience.
100%. And this guy's got experience.
And you can't blame a lot of people because they just don't know. you know.
Because
but
they
it-
fish 1 week of like one
One
weekend
weekend
a
a
year.
year.
Yes,
whatever,
absolutely
yeah,
so.
yeah.
But it would be good if there would be a way of educating people,
Yeah.
show them how to fight a fish.
But the thing is, just like, okay, you could put something like that on, but then would people be interested enough to even like come along and watch it and learn?
You have to make it
If they're just
mandatory.
like, I don't give it. Yeah, you need to make it
mandatory. You get
mandatory.
signed off to
Yeah.
say now you can buy.
Now
a
you can go and
license.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
and people will be grumpy in the beginning, and then there will be a normal thing.
Yeah.
Every year you buy your license, let's say. Well, maybe there's other ideas. You guys
Yeah, there
tell
could be
us
something.
what you
man.
think.
I
Maybe
think
you
it's
got
a
some
real-
ideas on how to educate people.
And how do you educate people that don't think they need or want to be educated?
Or
in
they
the
just
first
don't
Well, they
care.
have
And they're
to.
not going to care right from the start. And they'll sit in a class and listen. They'll go, I'll do what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
You're always going to get those
fucking fish.
people.
Just
But
a
if we
fucking
can
fish.
if you can get 10% of people to change their ways,
Yeah.
and the following year you get another 10% of people. The following year you get another 10% of people.
Yeah.
And
I think of fly fishing like a boxing fight. You have a battle, shake hands, and then we're mates. Yeah, that makes sense. Kieran said message restricted or retracted. What did you say, Kieran?
well, yeah, Kieran.
Yeah. Who was your biggest fishing influence growing up or currently? Oh, who was my biggest fishing influence?
It's
It's just my phone. It's
It's
fine.
your